Yeah, it's really a great pleasure for WHO to co-sponsor the Eurosafe 2019 conference here in Luxembourg. WHO and Eurosafe have a long history of collaboration. Eurosafe is actually in official relations with WHO, a very long-standing partnership where we've collaborated on a range of different initiatives for the prevention of violence and injuries. Injuries and violence, which is my program in WHO. I'm the program manager for violence and injury prevention for WHO in the European region. I'm based in Copenhagen. It's a small but growing program. And part of the reason for that growth is the continued attention, or sorry, the growing attention, I should say, to violence and injuries. It's sometimes not realised just how significant the magnitude of violence and injury is in the European region, and by Europe I also mean a much wider boundary than just the European Union. For WHO, the European region is actually 53 countries and almost 900 million people, covering all of Western Europe, but also Eastern, Southern, and also the Commonwealth of Independent States and Central Asia as well. So a very significant, covering a very significant portion of the world. But in that space, there's more than 500,000 deaths due to violence and injuries every year. It's one of the leading causes of death for those aged 5 to 29 years of age. A very particular impact on the young and the economically active segments of our population. It's also an area where we have so much knowledge about what works to prevent these injuries and deaths in the first place. But it's an area where there's significant gaps between what we know works, I should say, and what gets implemented, what gets included in national policies for implementation on a national scale.